Okay, 43. Derivative of y squared is 2y dy dx. The derivative of natural log is 1 over xy times the derivative of xy. And I'm going to have to figure that out in a minute. And then derivative of 2 is 0. Okay, the derivative of xy we've done in a few problems now. That's a product rule. We have an x, we have a y. Derivative of x is 1. Derivative of y is dy dx. So, in this numerator now, instead of derivative of xy, that derivative is this product rule. So it's x dy dx, plus y, all over xy. Okay, now we're trying to write the equation of a tangent. So we have the point, they gave us that. We need the slope. So normally I would say solve for dy dx. But this is so ugly, it might actually be quicker to plug in the e in the 1 now and then get the dy dx by itself. Okay? Once dy dx is in the problem, you can plug in at any point. Okay? So I'm going to plug in and substitute right now. All of my x's are going to be e's, and all my y's are going to turn into a 1. So this guy, 2 times 1, so we're going to have a 2 dy dx, plus we have an x dy dx, so that's e dy dx, plus y, which is 1, over x times y, which is e. It didn't get much prettier, did it? Didn't get very pretty. So now I got to get the dy dx by itself, and that big glaring e is messing with me. So I would multiply by e right now. So I'm going to multiply every term. I'm going to multiply this by e, this by e, and this by e, each term. Okay, in the first group, now I get 2e dy dx. In the second group, these e's cancel. And e times 0 is still 0. Now you can move the 1 to the other side and factor out the dy dx. But that is not pretty. This is going to be a really ridiculous looking answer. Okay, so I'm going to move the 1 over, which will make that a negative 1. And I'm going to factor out a dy dx from these guys. Now, these are like terms. 2e plus 1e is 3e. So I have dy dx times 3e equals negative 1. Divide by 3e. And dy dx is going to equal negative 1 over 3e. Okay, now put it all together. So to finish it all up, we have our point and we have our slope. And you get a really weird looking answer. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. That's in point slope form, which on the AP exam, that's normally how they leave it. If they don't leave it like that, then they will distribute and add the 1. Okay? Hope that helps.